when he turns it, the bird flies. Let me see. Yeah, it looks real.
Raise me my rent when you know my husband ain't working.
The flat is worth more. If you can't pay it, somebody else will. I got to look out for myself. In America, everybody got to look out for themselves.
Think of God, mister. Give only a look at yourself. When it's your time to go, what kind of baggage you got to take with you to the other world?
Hey, mister. Open the door.
Smack! I gotcha. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. Hit you. Gotcha.
Oh, excuse me. Mr. Stewart? Mr. Stewart? I've got somebody for your daughter. A doctor!
Harvey, I don't want anyone.
I gave you 3 men who wanted her. You didn't even give a look on them. Mr. Stroon, this kind of match doesn't come by every day.
Harvey, I'm thinking another thing. Anyway, I told you I don't want a doctor. I want a good, pious businessman. Hurry up with lunch, Mrs. Birnbaum. I'm hungry.
Papa, I want to talk to you about what the matchmaker said. A doctor, Papa, a doctor.
Not now.
You aren't going to read more Psalms at lunch, are you, Papa?
Why? It costs you too much.
You pray too much lately. It's enough.
Pshaw. You can never get enough. It's not like potato soup.
Go get ready. Soup's almost done.
Come, Mrs. Birnbaum's made lunch ready.
Florla, I don't want you should read that lump of Gentile nastiness while I am praying.
A few months ago, you hardly prayed at all. Now you pray for hours after every meal.
Yes, and each line is like sugar in my mouth.
You can read the book a little later, The wisdom in it won't run away.
But, Florla, wait a minute. I want to tell you something. I am going to Europe.
To Europe?
Yes. I want to take a look on Provely.
You haven't been to Provely in 35 years. You won't remember anything there.
Better than my nose, I'll remember it. I was born there.
What will you do in Provely?
I feel like to take a peek on the graves of my father and mother.
Papa, it's so far.
I don't have to walk all the way.
You always said the Russian police would arrest you for staying away so long.
Show the Tsar's policeman a little, Oh, long live the American dollar.
Why go now when the matchmaker...
Florla, I'm up there. I could be called away at any moment. And there is my baggage of good deeds to carry with me to the other world.
So, are you really going?
Why not? Over there are the pious Jews. American Jews are like American cucumbers or American fish, no taste.
And your daughter? Will you take her with you, Mr. Stroh?
No, Mrs. Birnbaum, I want to go alone. It's pulling me on my heart.
I won't have one of those greenhorns.
Oh, Flora, you're wrong. A handsome young businessman. What better do you want?
With their broken English, I hate the idea.
Bessie married one. Been in the country only a few years. Hand me the scissors. And he talks pretty good and already has his own shop.
For me, Hannah, the matchmaker offered my father a doctor. A fine, educated American gentleman, like the ones who live uptown, with a little mustache and a high hat.
Jumping in and out of his buggy.
Yes, and on Sundays I'll drive in that buggy to the park with the doctor by my side.
And if your father refuses?
He's going to Europe soon. Afraid he's going to die and wants to settle things. But you'll see. I'll get my way, sooner or later.
What a paradise. Oh, here you could breathe air, the real thing. There's the mill, the same mill. Oh, such a countryside. They don't have that in America. Do I deserve it? Me, Azrael, who has so many sins like a watermelon has pits. What happened at the pond? Who could beat Azrael in swimming? And how many of them will still be alive? What have you become, Azrael? What is this business they call life? Why are you alive?
Probably. Probably.
How little the houses are. They never heard of a coat of paint. It didn't change at all. Could that be Bessie's daughter? Or maybe her granddaughter? I could buy it all up. All the rich men in town put together. Where are you, you big shots? Latotsky, Lippe. Out with your purses. Pay your fortunes with Azrael, the poor devil who used to have to live on oatmeal and herring.
Tante! Gedenkst mir nicht, Tante, ich bin das Elke.
Erst Rielke, was hat er mal gegangen, der Drotschenkes von Eier Kram?
Rabbi Israel!
Moshe! Moshe! What are you doing here? I thought you went to the American West.
In the city it was like a cage. In the country there was nothing to see. So I came back home. But you look like America did good by you.
Yeah. Not bad.
Ayusumu, no mama shanire. Ich doch in Sachonziki.
Wird sein mein Chusse.
Who is the young man?
That's Shia. So smart, he can put his finger on one word of one page of the Talmud and know the word under his finger on every other page.
Als man wird aufrufen dem Gast zu der dritten Aliyah, wird sicher machen, an gesinnte Dose.
Rabbi Israel!
Nee, lass mir verkaufen den Kuvitz von Schlishi.
Dein Vater gibt gekriegt.
8 Gulden für Schlishi, 10 Gulden für Schlishi, 20 Gulden, 30 Gulden, 40 Gulden für Schlishi, 50 Gulden für Schlishi, 80 Gulden für Schlishi, 90 Gulden für Schlishi, 90 Gulden für Schlishi, geendigt! Yamod Schlishi Reb Lippe.
Hold on, I bought it. I made the last bid. Ich habe es gekauft und ich will es bekommen.
Aber Vetter, es ist gewähnt der Amerikaner, was hat letzt geschoppelt mit dem Kopf. Scheine, leg nicht durch. Dein Meier gerät ist schwer.
You can't play that trick on me. Geh melken a Zieg. Ich hab gesagt den letzten Wort. Ich bin bereit zu bezahlen noch 100, 200, für 500. Ich kann bei euch abkaufen das ganze Problem. Aber eingerechnet wird nicht mit seinen goldenen Zitzes.
Geh mal gucken, der Reicher für Amerika.
Etwas will. Sterbt nicht im Schatz. Ich hab gekannt euer Tate, ein edler Jid. Als der Herz dem Taten in Ganeden, bet mir Chili von dem Eulen. They pulled a big trick on me as big as a fat bull. But for the sake of my father, ich bin mir nahe zum Beis Knesset 200 Rubel. Lass den Gaber sagen Kaddish für meine Mama und Vater.
Seid das euch gut, wenn was wollen. Und kommt heute Nachmittag zum Schier.
Why is Lippe all the time putting his hand on it?
That's the boy he's going to get for his daughter to marry.
In Eseches Besuchim steht geschrieben, als Jid soll sein Gräze verkaufen, sein ganzen Vermögen, zu Chassene machen a Tochter, für a Talmud Chochem. Und durch Meshamish seiner Talmud Chochem ist man solcher zu kommen in Gan Eden. Und in der Gemurre Bruches steht geschrieben,
look at that big shot, his ticket to paradise. He should choke with his prodigy.
Sein Karbunes säufen mit Wehr. Und pink verkehrt, durch Hassene machen eine Tochter mit einer Moritz.
If we agreed on the down, Yes, but it is not me I want the boy to marry. Scha, ich will geben a Vernaden. Für der junge Mann 10.000 Rubel und nach 120 Jahren wird der Jaschenen 20 Mal so viel.
Asriel, 20 times that much.
She's my only child. Houses, businesses, you can't take to the grave. Worms don't eat houses.
Weißt du, ich hab keinmal nicht geholt, dass ich voll Kasten habe mit einem Mädel, was tut das an mir nicht mehr.
Seht das wie ein Prizertke.
Der Wilnerov ist nicht weniger fromm von euch, ja? Von dem her habe ich gesehen, seine Tochter. Sie Tochter als Ahittel. 20.000 Rubel.
20.000 Rubel, 18.000 Rubel mit 5 Jahren Käst.
His offer is less than mine.
Oh, but this way, Shia will stay here.
30.000 Rubel. Ständig Käst für ein ganzes Leben, Stub und Brotgeld.
Weißt was? Halt sich dem jetzt hier.
Was lebst du, Reb Lippe? Der Meise ist noch nicht gemacht. Wir wissen nicht, was wird sein.
Aber ich kenn schon die ganze Meise. Auf viele hast du gibst mir 20.000 Rubel für einen Jingel, will ich ihm nicht. Fertig, geendigt. A guten Nacht.
Guten Nacht. Why does the cat all of a sudden hate the cream? Because it's locked up and he can't get it.
But what will your daughter say? You mean to tell me that an American lady would marry with this kind of fella?
Never mind, she'll marry him, it's all settled. It's for her good as well as my own. Und ein Kala. Papa, it's me, Azriel, your son. Do you remember? I have come all the way from America to ask you to pray for me and for my daughter. She was just a little baby when her mother died, and she's all I have. Now, I have found for her to marry one of the greatest scholars in the world. Papa, pray for me that she will be glad to marry him. I care even more for her than I do for myself. Me? What am I? I'm a rusty lump of nothing, stuffed with sins. But I'm trying to make it up. Yeah. The hearse is coming after me. The contribution boxes are jingling. The angel of death stands ready with his knife. Papa, maybe speak to God for me. Ask him, could he wipe away just a few of my sins? Sei gesinnt mit Mazel.
Oh, ja, dann.
Reb Lippe can find another prodigy for his daughter. But I can't get goods like this in America.
In America, they need a boy like him to spread the holy law around a little bit. You are taking a precious stone, Rachel. Be careful with it.
You bet I will. Shia.
Ja.
I want to teach you English.
Was?
Ich will die Eusler in English.
Ja, gut.
Wood.
Wood.
Winde.
Winde.
Whistle.
Whistle.
Good. Sehr gut. This is the city.
City.
Oh. Baggage.
Baggage.
Porter.
Porter. America is beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful. But the best part will be Florida. They'll give you that. You just stick to your studies and don't you worry about nothing else.
Nothing else.
You know, Shaya, I have no son to say Kaddish for me when I am dead. Will you be my Kaddish, Shaya?
Dein Kaddish. Yeah.
In palaces will I keep you. Like the eye in my head will I take care for you. The light of God shines on you. Is your bride. Shaya, come. Mrs. Birnbaum, she must be out marketing. No, this is her fast day. She's a very pious woman. She fasts Mondays and Thursdays. Huh. Yeah, Shaya, come here and sit down and just wait until I call you. Right. And don't move.
Papa! My cranky old Papa!
Well, Flora, guess what your cranky old papa got you for a present. No girl ever got such a present since America is America.
A ruby.
Better than a ruby.
A sapphire.
Better than a sapphire.
Well, what is it?
I got you a bridegroom. A $15,000 one. The handsomest one. And the smartest fellow in the world.
Oh, what?
I brought you a prodigy. A scholar like him comes along. Maybe once every 100 years, he could put to shame all the rabbis in Europe. The richest man in probably was after him. But I knew what I wanted, and I got him for you. Shaya, come right in.
Are you joking?
This is your bridegroom. Did you ever expect to get such a raisin for a sweetheart? Well, children, have a chat, be acquainted.
Papa! Papa! Mister,
You had better go. If you think you are going to be my bridegroom, you are mistaken. Gay.
Where will I going?
My father has really brought you over to marry me? Papa! Papa, I am going to marry a doctor, and you bring home someone who is not even a businessman, but an Orthodox rabbi or something.
But Flora, he's not going to be a rabbi. He will dress like a regular person.
Nobody but a refined American gentleman will lead me to the altar. This one doesn't even know how to shake hands.
He will learn. He will study. Sometimes at home, sometimes in the synagogue.
But not married to me. If you do not take him away, I will leave this house and go to work in a factory.
What then? Did I work my whole life for? Don't darken my days, Flora.
Flora, in the old country, a girl would never talk like that to her father.
Leave her alone. The storm will blow over.
Such a boy God has put in your hands.
Long life he should have with us.
Flora doesn't know what a treasure God has sent to her.
She will. She will. Gentlemen, welcome to my house. I want you to know how honored I am to have you here. Now, my housekeeper has, of course, she has prepared for us, as always, with Mendela, with Levi, with Solomon. Thank you. Shaya.
L'chaim. The Almighty should bless the union and let them live 120 years.
Amen.
And may God will that they should have a son.
And Shaya should always be a child of the law.
Always.
And study it with all his
heart. Amen.
But where is the bride?
How be the bride?
She should show herself. How be the bride? I know the proverbs say it is not important to set the eye on beauty, but let us see the bride.
Flora, dear.
I've got a headache.
Well, that's all right, but unlock the door.
It's open.
I beg you, my daughter, don't shorten my days. Come into the parlor.
Leave me alone. I'm reading.
Flora, God has sent me a piece of comfort so that I may die a righteous man. Will you take that away from me?
I have nothing to do with it.
Will you put me to shame?
I'll come into the parlor. But don't take it as a sign that I'll marry that holy man who can't do a thing without curling his horrid little finger.
Good Shabbos, Flora.
Good Sabbath.
May it please God we should all live to make merry at your wedding.
Oh, God.
Shaya, give us some law.
The Talmud says, during eating,
No talking.
Speaking about law is not merely talking.
The Talmud says during eating not to speak about law.
Why did you quote it then?
Why? So you should not be breaking the law and making a sin.
The remark of a genius. No, just a minute. The only way one can sin during eating is to eat the wrong things.
No, that's not true. Because
But it seems to me that the passage does not say that. You have misquoted it.
I have. You are sure?
Absolutely.
We will see.
The boy is a genius.
What a head. What a memory.
So young. When did he have time to study so much?
He takes one peek at a book. He knows the whole thing by heart. He licked all the rabbis around, probably.
So?
And I translated.
You have a treasure there, Mr. Strong.
You bet.
You know what the commentary says. He who supports a scholar is like one who offers sacrifice to God.
I know.
Making man like an animal and breaking the whole purpose of creation. So, you see, it is you that don't understanding the passage. The way you see it is against the whole purpose of creation.
My little sparrow. I invite you all to Shaya's study to show you the books I bought for him.
I giving it to them, no?
Florilla, you should thank God for such a treasure of a sweetheart.
He is not my sweetheart, and he never will be. I don't care how long Papa keeps him in this house.
Florilla, do I chase you under the bridal canopy? What do you care if he's in the house? He don't take away your supper. Imagine he is your brother. And don't bother your head about him.
But you know, I will never marry him.
Doesn't matter. To me, the boy is like my own son. Can you say Kaddish for me when I am dead? No. God thought I wasn't good enough to have a son, but he sent the boy to take its place. When I hear him read, it melts in my heart like custard. It pleased God to make a boor of your father. Well, I suppose he knows what he's doing. I'm not going to stick my nose in and ask him questions. But in my old age, he sent me an angel so I can get the credit for supporting him.
But, Papa, all
God sent me all the way to Provly for the boy. All the way there so I could have a chance to get rid of my sins. You want me to kick him out? Not if America turned upside down.
Papa, if you could
Hold on, let me talk the heart out of myself. It's no use asking me to send him away. You are my daughter. He is my son. If God don't want the match to be, it won't be. That's all.
What do you want?
I want Mr. Silverman
What for?
for a teacher.
Mr. Silverman! There's someone here to see you!
Huh? I got a somebody for you. A prodigy, a brilliant boy. Just over from the old country, 2-3 months. But the way he talks, it's not so good yet. Now, I want you should fix up his English and a little figuring, and that's all.
Do you want some tea?
And I don't want you to go too far in those Gentile books. None of those monkey tricks they teach the children in the colleges.
All right, Mr. Stroom. And as for my fee?
I'll pay good, but I want quality teaching.
You don't fight about it with your father anymore? It's like Shai is my brother, except he's been brought up in a different way. Papa understands now that I want a doctor or maybe even a businessman.
I thought you didn't want a businessman.
We'll see. As long as it's not someone who reads in a sing-song or talks with his hands.
ושבת הארץ שבס לרדשים שאני נוסעים לכם ושבת הארץ שבס עליי חיכים in dich Gott zu beten mit ein zu reißen ein zu beten und so wie ein Mann ist
Good morning, Shia.
Oh, good morning, Flora.
Are you off to your teacher?
Oh, no. Now I'm going to synagogue.
Ah. Well, if you ever want me to help you with your English lessons...
Oh yes. Yes, I want.
Okay, then. I will.
Laughing.
Not laughing. Laughing.
Laughing.
Yes, that's better.
Oh, okay. Laughing. And that's an adjective.
No, that's not an adjective. That's a verb. See, it's movement. Ha 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 ha. Laughing is movement.
Oh, no. That is floral laughing. That is an adjective.
Well, yes, I suppose it is. But that doesn't matter anyway. We speak words, not verbs and adjectives.
Yes, just the same. I want to know them. The dog is running. The is an article.
Must you move your hands that way? Can't you speak without doing that?
That is how I talk. Always. It is so nice.
What are you doing here? Music's not for a holy man like you.
Don't say that. Do not tease me.
I'm sorry.
You hear that sound? Because it is waves. It is all told in a book my teacher gave me on acoustics.
What is acoustics?
Oh, it is how we hear. The sound of your voice bounces off me. And when we are close, the waves are small.
How do you know?
Oh, it is all explained by the theory of vibrations.
Vibrations?
Yes. When we talk, certain parts in there are vibrating.
Oh. You read that in your book?
Yes. And when the notes of the chord are vibrating the right number of times, the sound is beautiful to the ear. It is all explained by science.
Oh.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Here's the book you want. But remember, not a word to Mr. Stroon.
Oh, thank you. You know, I like geometry very much. It is not as deep as the Talmud, but I never knew that Gentile books could be so interesting.
This is only the beginning. You wait until we get into the trigonometry and the advanced geometry. So you see that a sphere is a collection of an infinite number of points. You understand?
Yes, yes. Too many points to measure. That's like you told me about infinity.
That's right. Good, so we'll continue this lesson next week.
Yes.
Say, young fella, I don't want you to trouble your smart aleck legs to bring you here no more. You're getting too thick with the boy. And for you, I don't want to hear no more about infinities. You should be studying about God.
Guess where I've been?
In the synagogue, studying.
No, at the library. Look, I found an advanced geometry, and I did some problems. But don't tell your father I was there.
Of course I won't.
Will you go there with me sometime?
Yes, I would like to.
Oh, you will? Oh, good. You know, it's so nice to be sitting there. Only you must sit still. I forgot myself. I was thinking out loud and I was making a point. And this fine old gentleman, he stepped up to me and touched me on my shoulder. I got so scared. Only he did not do anything to me. He only told me to be quiet.
I bet you were singing in that funny way you have when you were reading the Bible.
Yes.
And moving your hands and shaking the life out of yourself.
No. No, I was not. Only I am embarrassed by my English.
Your English is all right.
You know, when I asked them for the book and how to find it, they could not understand me very well.
I can understand everything you say.
You can, but other people can't. Oh, Florella, I want to speak like you. Read a page or two with me, will you?
All right.
Oh, it pulls me like a force. A force that is not pure.
We've finished with adjectives. Now let's move on to conjugating verbs. Let's conjugate this verb.
Conjugate, what does that mean?
Well, here, I'll show you.
Conjugate. To connect. To couple.
No, that's not the right kind of conjugate. That definition is related to conjugal, like to marry.
Conjugal. To yoke. Oh, to yoke, like to say a funny thing.
No, to yoke, like an ox.
What, in America, to marry is to yoke? Like an ox?
That is only the root. Marriage is a pleasant combining or conjoining.
Conjoining. Conjoining. To unite sexually.
Let's forget about conjugating. Maybe we should do parts of speech. We've done nouns. Now let's do what links nouns, conjunctions.
Conjunction, 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 a definition. The union of two bodies. Like what did Adam and Eve?
Is that what the dictionary says?
Why is the American dictionary all the time talking about things like that?
It's not. That's just what you find in it.
I translate. Then there has been...
No, you can't just translate the words. You have to translate the spaces between them.
The spaces between them?
Yes.
You mean like the air under the wings of the bird? You can't see it, but you know it is there, holding him up.
Yes.
as if it were the light that is to reveal all secrets, and the daybreak that shall unite all who belong to one another.
You skipped a line.
Yes?
This is it.
Yes?
The skipped line.
Oh, it's so soft.
You mustn't do that again. Is this the kind of holy man you are?
Florilla, don't say that. Now, will you tell your father that you want to be my sweetheart?
How do you know I do?
Why? Don't you?
Shia, how would you like to become a doctor?
A doctor?
A doctor. A doctor. Sounds nice, doesn't it? It vibrates just the right number of times.
Oh, your father would send me back to Poland if I began to study doctoring.
But suppose he had no objections.
Well, then I would like very much to study doctor books, or any kind of books you wanted me to, Florilla. Oh, but your father, he won't let me.
Can you keep a secret?
What about you wanting to be my sweetheart?
No. I mean about you studying to be a doctor. Papa doesn't have to get wind of it until it's too late. If you are smart, we can fix it.
I am smart, and I can keep a secret.
Well, I want you to be a doctor, Shia.
Florilla, I don't know if I want to be a doctor.
If you are, you'll be my sweetheart. Oh, won't it be lovely when everybody knows that you go to college and study with educated uptown fellows? We can go to the theater and read books. You'll make a jewel of a college boy, Shia. You know what, Shia? When Papa comes home, I'll go out somewhere so you can tell him.
Tell him?
About you and me. It'll be so much easier to fool him that way.
Florilla, maybe you should tell him.
Me? I will not tell him.
Oh, don't be angry, Florilla. I will tell him. I will always do what you tell me, Florilla. Always. Florilla wants me to tell you. She is satisfied.
Satisfied with what?
To be my sweetheart.
Did she say so? Then, Mrs. Birnbaum! Mrs. Birnbaum! Florilla has decided to take him! God has taken pity on me.
When God wills, iron walls fall down.
Oh.
It's a perfect match. Anyone can see it. Oh, you should live 120 years.
Mazel tov.
And mazel tov to you.
Mazel.
And to all of us. There's Flora. Oh, Mrs. Benbell. Get a little drink.
Oh.
Thank you, dear God, for being so good to me. Keep up in Shia his love for your holy law. You know, since the match is all you're making, you must take care of it. Is Shia studying?
Of course he is, Papa.
My Messiah, my Kaddish, my share in the world to come.
Have you had lunch yet, Papa?
This is my lunch. This is for the soul that burns from the grave, cannot touch it. I should not gloat on him like this. The evil eye could give a look. Flora, I'm afraid your being so close to him might bother him. A pretty sweetheart can upset a fellow's brains. He'd better study more at the synagogue.
Did
you hear me holler?
Yes, of course I did. He caught me in the middle of such a good passage, so logical, momental. Listen.
Shia, you were at the synagogue this afternoon?
Yes, I went across town.
That's good. My daughter's bridegroom should spread his knowledge around once in a while, even to the crosstown synagogue.
Yes.
Your learning is a gift from God, and you don't have to be ashamed of peddling it around. Well, my daughter's bridegroom is still the talk of the town, spreading the law here and there.
Yeah.
Eh? What do you mean, eh? What does he mean, eh?
I got nothing to say on the matter.
Gonzalo, you are a pious man, you are a learned man. Come to my house for a bite to eat.
What would I do there? Look at your expensive rugs. You're a landlord. I'm a peddler.
My housekeeper will give you noodle pudding and chicken and...
Nah. Here in the synagogue, we are equals, and I like you better.
But my daughter's genius bridegroom will sing songs for him.
Your daughter's genius bridegroom. Ha!
What do you mean, ha?
What's the use of playing cat and rat, Mr. Stone? Your Shia is an atheist.
An atheist?
That's right. An atheist. A sinner.
Oh, just a minute, Retzala.
When he is here and you are not, he talks to everybody about the way the world swings around the sun and how rain and thunder, day and night, how everything can be explained as a matter of common sense, and all that mishigas you hear from every atheist. If they can explain everything by common sense, let them explain the angel of death.
But you are saying about Shia is a lie.
Very well, then, you shall know the whole thing. Mendel saw your imported bridegroom smoking a cigarette last Shabbos.
You are all a bunch of liars. It must give that Mendel a first-class bellyache to think he can't afford to have such a bridegroom for his daughter. I brought my daughter a prodigy, and he licked all you fellas like ground coffee. It's me who has him, you see, and let all my enemies burst with envy.
I won't argue with an empty sack.
Shut your mouth, Red Sorrel.
Why should I? This is not your house. Here, I am richer than you. The boy was about to become a great man.
And you brought him over here to America and turned him into an atheist.
All that you have said, it is a lie. The cholera should choke me if it is not. That Mendele is jealous? May he grow a boil on his tongue. Atheist? It's a lie. I'll thrash that Mendele to death. He never saw Shia smoke on Shabbos. No? I'll wait. I got to find out everything for myself.
Where have you been all day, Papa?
Deep in the earth. What do you care where your papa's been?
Papa, are you angry at me? Where did you have your lunch?
I was by the Suvak synagogue today.
The Suvak synagogue? That's nice. Suvak synagogue.
Do you think Papa's catching on to what you're doing?
This is the first time you've seen him this way. You must have some trouble with the tenant or the janitor.
Maybe. But what if he catches wind of it? I'm worried.
Don't worry. I love your father as if he was my own papa. We won't let him catch on. The prodigy you imported? I haven't seen him in weeks.
A sneaking enemy? I'll teach him to fool Azrael Stroon. Shia, off to the synagogue?
Yes. No, not to yours.
That's all right. That's all right. I'll see you later. excuse me. Is this a church?
A church? No, it's a library.
A library. Filled to the top with Gentile books. There they are, the converts. Look at them. The robber of a teacher. I'll have him arrested.
Oh my God! A Christian restaurant. My prodigy, my Kaddish. No, wait. Wait till the filthy food is on the table.
How's the pork, Shia? Tastes good?
It's not pork. It's veal cutlet.
I'm not talking to you.
And what do you have?
I don't want nothing. Stop that! I'll break that Gentile piano of yours into pieces!
What? What's the matter?
Matter? Trick a dead rooster, not me! My head is still on my shoulders. Here it is, you see? It's finished, Florla.
What do you mean?
I mean, if Shia ever comes into this house, I'll murder the both of you. You thought your papa was a fool, but you're a damn one at figuring. I knew everything, but I just wanted a few particulars. Well, I got them all now. I have had the pleasure of seeing Shia in a Christian restaurant. May he be choked in his filthy throat.
You have no business to curse him like that.
I have no business? And who is going to stop me?
I am.
Flora! You are not going to marry him.
I am. I love him.
Flora! It's all over, Mrs. Brandau. My candle has blown out.
What? What are you talking about?
There is no Shia anymore.
He had an accident.
Yes, he's dead and buried. No, it's worse than that. A convert Jew is worse than a dead one. I just saw him eating in a Gentile restaurant.
Here he didn't have enough to eat. I don't serve him the best food in the world. A king would be happy with such food.
And he thinks at the Gentile restaurant it tastes better.
We brought an evil eye on him.
A weeping, a darkness. Florla. Florla? Florla, where are you?
Where is she?
That's what I'm going to find out.
snooping around for?
I'm looking for my daughter.
She ain't here.
You know where she is?
She came. She waited in his room for them, and then they all went out.
Do you know where? Where?
I don't know where.
What do you want this time? Another nothing?
I was looking for Flora.
Well, she's not here.
So, where have you been?
I'll tell you where. But don't aggravate yourself, Papa.
Where are you?
Don't blame Shia. He's very fond of you. It's my fault.
What's your fault?
He didn't want to go, but
Go there.
we've been to the city court and married by a judge.
You got married?
Don't be angry, Papa.
City court?
We'll do whatever it takes to please you. If you don't want Shia to be a doctor, he won't.
You married? With no canopy? With no blessing from a rabbi? Oh, Flora, love, what have you done?
Please, Papa, don't.
It was all a dream. Last year's lemon pie. It flew away. You can't catch it.
Papa, it's not our fault.
That's right. I can't blame you. It's America that did it. America has robbed me of my glory. But what's the use of talking? It's done. But I am not going to take another sin on my soul. I won't let you be his wife without a wedding canopy and a blessing from a rabbi. You're going to get married right away, this week, tomorrow. You got the best of me. And I don't complain, do I? Maybe God, you don't want me to have a little joy in my old age. Or a Kaddish, and the worms are feasting on my bones.
Don't say that, Papa. It'll break my heart. You know Shia is as good as a son to you.
an atheist, my son. An atheist, my Kaddish? No. Mrs. Birnbaum, I have lost everything.
You look like a man struck dead.
Laura got married in a court by a judge.
Oh, my God.
But we will make the best of it. Tomorrow she will have a Jewish wedding.
But the wedding supper. There's no time for a wedding supper.
Such a supper it would have been, huh? To talk of all the synagogues.
As Rabbi Nachman used to say, maybe this too is for the best.
I feel like as if some fella played a joke on me.
It's a sin to take things too close to your heart. You must take care of your health.
You know what, Mrs. Birnbaum? Let us go to the Holy Land. Here, they got the best of me. They should live the way they like. I should care. You're a good woman, Mrs. Birnbaum. Let us marry. And together, go to the Holy Land. I know I'm only a boor. But a boor is still a human being. I will see Flora married according to the laws of Moses. Then let us put up a canopy and go, you and me, to the Holy Land. Yeah? Well, Mrs. Birnbaum.
Since it is the will of God.
You will see how well it will all come out in the end. You don't know me. You don't even begin to know me.
We'll go home right now and talk to Papa.
Flora, you know what? Come upstairs for just 1 minute. We are reading the finest book you ever saw. And there are so many nice gentlemen. Several genuine Americans. Christians. Come.
Shia, I don't think...
No, Flora, don't worry. The landlady, she knows all about it. Oh, you will see what intelligent people. I tell you, they are so educated.
You see, the human mind has used in its progression 3 methods of understanding the universe. The theological, the metaphysical, and now we have arrived at the positive method. This is Flora.
So the human mind can now... You want some tea?
These films are my channels.
Shia, these are not at all the kind of college boys that are
falling. Just making
determine the spirit of each.
But Papa is waiting.
Flora, I have to explain something. Yes, but in the phenomena of sound, for instance, the doctrine of
sonority shows us that the underlying principle offers the exact expression of an incontestable reality. By modulation. Since the properties of these energies lie within the realm, we now understand trying to see if the
Aye, as Miss Martineau says here, it's by studying the sonorous vibrations that we learn.
What is the book you are reading? Harriet Martineau's English adaptation of Comte. It is so good. It's been retranslated into the French, and the philosopher himself recommends that people read her adaptation over his own words.
When you strike a chord, you don't just hear the notes, but other tonal sounds as well.
That is because each note sets off vibrations in the other notes. It's called resonance. It is resonance that gives quality to the sound.
Ah, yes. What she understands is the fundamental law according to which harmonious sounds accompany the principal sound on every string. That is the philosophers right here in China.
We can use the laws of acoustic to give us a greater scientific understanding of mankind itself. Using this new positivist theory, we can create a perfect society and hope to fulfill the purpose of creation.
Baruch ato Adonai mesameach choson im hakalo.
I never heard of Jewish people having a double wedding.
You know, Azrael, this way you can get two for the price of one.
Oh, thank you so much. Reb Tzalo, I am honored that you finally come to my house.
Weddings are weddings, even if they are marriages of an atheist and a boor. Oh, excuse me, Reb Azrael, for dirtying your nice, expensive carpet.
L'chaim, Reb Tzalo.
L'chaim.
So if he's not going to be a businessman and he's not going to be a doctor, what is he going to be?
Flora says he's going to be a tinker.
A tinker? You mean he's going to fix pots?
No, a tinker. He's going to fix thoughts.
Do you know why that string makes a sound?
Because I play it.
Because it vibrates.
Morally, come.
And this chord sounds right because each tone works with the other mathematically.
Come, Flora.
Just a minute, Shia. I am explaining something. And in this room, there are sound waves from your music that bounce against the walls.
Such a smart girl. Sound waves she hears. Can you imagine?
And when you both play together, there are the vibrations of two bodies in conjunction.
What do you mean, conjunction?
Conjunction. Didn't we once look up that word, Shia?
When we play two notes in conjunction, we are uniting like Adam and Eve.
I'll smash that murderer to death. He never saw Shire smoke on shop. Shire smoke on shop.
Perfect society can help to do all the things with a perfect society.
I'm sorry, once again.
Durch mich schamisch sein, will men nehmen mir na Reiswaffen, na reinwaffen in Jam.